Before we get into this video, I want to know from you, what book do you remember most being read aloud to you as a child? Was there a certain book that just captured your heart that your teacher read aloud to you? Let me know in the comments down below. You ready? Let's go. My name is Colby Sharp. I am a 5th grade teacher in Parma, Michigan. I spent my first 6 years teaching in Battle Creek, Michigan at Mingus Brook Elementary. An amazing time of my life. I loved every single second of it. I just had a bookstore visit in Battle Creek and a bunch of my former students came, and it was amazing. It was one of the greatest experiences in my teaching career, seeing the students that I had as 4th grade, as 10th, 11th, and 12th. If you know my content at all, you know that I fell in love with reading in 4th grade when my teacher read us Hatchet. It changed my life. I bought a hatchet, I played in the woods. It was a life-changing book for me. I desperately want that to happen with my students. I want them to be just captivated by the read aloud that we do. I want that to be in their hearts forever. I want them to maybe fall in love or fall deeper in love with reading through read aloud. All of the conversations that I had today with students, a read aloud was brought up in every single one of them. A group of 3 girls who are now sophomores in high school talked about Jennifer Holm and how they love Jennifer Holm and how we read Turtle in Paradise and how they read every single Baby Mouse book through the rest of the year. I was able to show them the new Baby Mouse, Tales from Our Locker, Baby Mouse now in middle school, and they were just so happy. Like, they remembered that so crystal clear. Another conversation that I had with another group of kids was centered around The One and Only Ivan and how much they loved that book and how they cried and cried and cried, and they still remembered it. And one of those students was recently in Atlanta for some school project, some team she's on for a business thingy majigger, and she went to the Atlanta Zoo and she saw the Ivan memorial that they had there. So here's this girl who's now in 11th grade or 10th grade doing amazing things with her life at a zoo in Atlanta, 1,000 miles from home, thinking about the book she read aloud in 4th grade. A couple of boys who were best friends when they were in 4th grade and they're still best friends now in 11th grade remembered reading aloud The Strange Case of Origami Yoda and how much they loved that book. And they remembered Skyping with Tom Engelberger, and they went on to say how even after my class in 5th and 6th grade, they continued reading that series all the way through the end, and how it was their all-time favorite series from their childhood. And some other students brought up Ralph Fletcher's Fig Pudding, and they talked about A Steaming Bowl of Sadness. They talked about how just painfully sad that book was and how much they loved it and how it was their favorite book they had ever read. Teachers, I know that you have a lot going on. I know that there are so many things on our plate. I know that the expectations are piled high. I know that the standards are overwhelming. I know you have so much you have to get in, and I know that you're doing everything that you can to meet the needs of your students. Please, please, please consider reading aloud to them every single day. It is so important. If we want kids to be good readers, we must help them fall in love with reading. And one of the greatest ways to get kids to fall in love with reading is to read aloud great books. Please let me know down in the comments below what book you are currently reading aloud to your students, or the next book that you want to read aloud to your students. I am dying to know. We are currently reading Kate DiCamillo's Louisiana's Way Home. We are 3 days in, and it is lights out, fantastic, unforgettably amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome-tastic day, and happy reading.